trucky. I've lost my queso.
Both are going.
Both are going. All right, let's take over here.
Yay. I think it just started.
Mmm.
Nope.
I am live. Danny, would you put this with my glasses so hopefully I'll remember one or two things when I leave? I don't know where my keys are, but that's okay. Keys are not important until you have to go. So we're all right for the next hour. We're right here all.
Facebookers.
Mmm.
Maybe checking the notifications.
Yeah, I can see the YouTube's is not. YouTube's in. Is it?
Usually it says.
Oh, YouTube's is YouTubing. I can see myself live.
Okay.
That's awesome. Never mind.
There we go.
Oh. Habanero. Awesome. Do some chat, Danny.
There we go. There it is. Yay. Now click on that. Now we're in.
I would, but there's.
Hot damn tamale, Ahab.
It's
No, it's not
4:58
showing up.
and we are
What?
on.
What? 4:58.
That's so weird.
And
We
we're
should
up.
never be ready to
And
go.
John Hendrickson is watching.
What?
Awesome. Yay.
Facebook.
Good times. Good times.
Oh my gosh.
And
We
John
should-
and Karen did sign up for the blending party, so we're excited about that.
Awesome. John and Karen in the blending party. Going to be tons and tons of fun. That is absolutely
more fun
fantastic.
than
You know what we
usually
should
on
do is we actually get everything working before we start. We should have a special deal
For people
for people who like
First,
the first
What
3
a
people.
great idea. Anna, you could have gotten a huge special today. Not you, Anna. The
Oh,
other Anna.
I was like, shoot.
Sorry.
I missed it.
I got a huge special
The
for him.
Anna we married. Yeah, that Anna. I would have married you too, had I known. Bam.
I'm single.
You can still do it.
You know what? I could still marry you. I could still marry you.
I'm pretty sure in West Virginia he's got you down. You're okay.
no offense to
Try again.
Anybody from West Virginia?
folk.
Exclamation point.
We
just
love you,
went
West
Legally.
Virginia.
Legally.
Isn't that where Dad was
Uh-huh.
indentured in slavery? or
Indentured
something
in
like
slavery.
Oh,
He was a
he's
poor
on.
coal mining child.
Nobody's on
Unfortunately.
chat.
Poor dad.
But he got out. He
did.
made it. Because
He's
it's an amazing
He went
country.
into the Air Force.
You can cobble up some teeth, put them in your mouth, and get out.
He's out there. He
Good
was
stuff.
out there.
Yes.
No, we joke, but it was not funny
No,
when you're that age.
it's never funny. But it's just the way some things are. But you know what? If we're live
We are live,
and we're not Memorex,
And it's
there's
5
a lot of
o'clock.
things that are going on.
so
Let's do it.
let's do it.
All right. Hello, friends. My name is Brad Beard. I am the owner and winemaker for Mercury Wine, located in the most awesome town on the planet, downtown Geyserville, California. You can't get any better than that. Welcome to Happy Hour with Brad and Grady. That's my brother, where we taste a little wine, we pair up some foods, but most of all, we try to have a little fun. So thank you all for showing up and having some good times with us today. This is great.
Yay, happy Friday,
wait a minute.
everybody.
Happy Friday. Anna's
Friday.
raising her hand. Yes, yes,
Do
Anna,
you have
yes.
a question already?
I just want to say John Hudock is with us.
Ah,
All right, all right, John, thank you so much for showing up, and thank you so much over the last 10 years for never correcting me
you never corrected us.
on
What the hell is
pronouncing
wrong with you,
your
dude?
name inappropriately. I proclaim you're our best Harrier pilot on the planet, which I know for a fact
Which
you
you are.
Yay, team. And I pronounced your name wrong every time. So
Sorry.
Grady has it phonetically for me is Hudak. Is that correct?
Is that correct? Let's
Please
find out.
correct me and phonetically spell it so that I can get it right.
But unfortunately,
But you know what? Despite all of that,
From
my
now
God, you've
on-
been a fantastic friend for 10 years. And, you know, pronunciation of your last name might not be.
again, we always just call him John. It's like, hey, John. Hey, Becca, what's up?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's hard.
Mhm.
It is hard. I'm
Yeah.
sure he told us at one point, but we were probably drinking wine.
No.
Huge amounts of wine.
No, I would remember that because the embarrassment would have been strong no matter what year he told me. But anyway, all right, that's enough of that. Thank you, my friend, for tuning in. And I know that we're going to take good care of you on the day of the blending party so that you can be blending on the day that you want. So all of you blenders out there, make sure you get in your requests, and we'll make sure that you guys are being taken care of. And then for tonight, we're going to be talking about, if you guys missed it last night, I was again doing a Facebook Live with Jim Ricard and our Left Bank friends, and it was all about the mushroom. We are in the month of mushroom.
We are.
And so we did this big mushroom fest, and it was absolutely fantastic. So if you missed it, you can zip over to Jim's Facebook channel and check that out. But we also had Julie Petroncelli there, and she did this beautiful mushroom soup where basically, you know, it's just it was cooked so long that everything broke down nicely. It wasn't pureed, so there were still little bits of yumminess in there.
Yum.
And it wasn't a cream base. The cream was just whipped on top. Absolutely fantastic.
That's
with
different.
their slightly oaked Chardonnay that I thought was great. And then our good friends Kathleen over at Kelly and Young, she did these. She had a really fun word for it. I don't know. It was basically a take on Christini, where you piled all sorts of great stuff like goat cheese and pickled this and pickled that and a bunch of mushrooms on top. That was awesome. Jim, our good friend, and then, and she had a 2015 Zinfandel, so a well-aged Zin, but she said it took us some time to get together.
Beautiful.
And then Jim was showing off his Malbec. I don't know, Jim. Not as good maybe as the bastard, but that's okay. We'll see how it
Few
goes.
things are as delicious as a bastard.
He always busts my chops on his wines are better than mine. So I just wanted to get a little bit of a dig in there. And I did taste his, what were they called? Loose skins, the slippery skins, his, but his Malbec does, it's really weird, as the grapes start shutting down and they're ready for harvest, the skins kind of detach from the pulp on the middle, and so they're loose. But it was a fun time. Yes, Anna?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Carrie wants you to pronounce her last name.
No.
Oh God.
No, we're not going to do
we do
that.
a pretty good job, don't we? Carrico?
No.
Is that not right?
Grady,
Did I
you
say
are
it wrong?
correct. I have been wrong for several years calling them Carico.
Oh
It's
my God, I got one right.
They're not
Yes.
Caricos.
Yes.
It's care because they care. A co.
That's why I call you Care Bear. One of the many reasons.
Yes.
I'm giving myself a shot because I deserve that.
Language, phonetics, spelling, not our forte here.
But fortunately, winemaking, yeast, deliciousness
Yes.
is Brad's forte.
Yes.
Thank the Lord for something.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. And so, and then actually we're going to be doing my stroganoff, the same stroganoff that we
Yes.
did last night for Jim's show. So there's my shout out to all those guys. And they are just fantastic people. And that's why I love the place that I'm in. You're not going to find 4 wineries getting together and
No.
doing great things like that
Having fun.
and showing off their wines and appreciating each other's wines so amazingly. It is excellent. So we're doing my stroganoff for Mushroom Month.
Yum.
And it is a stroganoff that's extra mushroomy. We've got all sorts of fantastic mushrooms in there.
What kind
We
of
paired
stuff
it
do you
yesterday
do?
with my 2013 father. Today we're going to pair it with the 2016 just to see how that's going along. My gosh, and then we've got our specials going. We've got our friends and family. Oh, big shout out to all of you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for letting your friends
Because
and
the friends
family
and family is just an amazing thing for us where you guys give your discount to your friends and family members. They don't have to make the commitment that you have. But what's really neat is just yesterday, one of our folks that called in for the friends and family deal said, you know what, dang it, your wines are so awesome. We're going to go ahead and sign up and get our own discounts.
Oh, well.
So that is so awesome as well. So thank you guys all. We don't see very many new customers right now. Thank you, Vid. Thank you, Smoke. Thank you, Hot Weather. Thank you, Only Serving Outside. But with all that being said, this is something else that you need to know. The smoke is cleared out. It is safe as can be at this moment in California to fly in or drive in, or if you're from the Bay Area, come on up and visit us. It's going to be a little warm this weekend.
Super warm this
so we're
weekend.
only doing the 11:30 and 1:30 tastings. But if you want to come and see us, at least you can breathe easy and hang out with us. Gosh, that was all. That was a huge introduction. We got all sorts of things.
Come during the week. Come and see me on a Tuesday when you've got the whole patio to yourself. And Freddie.
Right. Just work from home from here.
That's right. I have Wi-Fi.
Yes.
I am at the office. I am not drinking wine at all. Maybe I am.
Oh my lord. Anyway, unbelievably unbelievably fantastic. And thank you all for showing up again tonight. I hope that wherever you're at, you're doing well, and your state is not burning down, your house is not burning down, and you are healthy and being good. So,
Well, I don't know if any of our wine club members could ever be good, but they could be great. I know them.
so hey, I was just drinking some Albarino.
Yes,
Holy
we were.
mackerel, we haven't talked about this for a while.
So good.
Albarino, one of my favorite Spanish grapes. We're just talking about food and wine pairings, and I was just tasting this, and I just love the minerality with this. And we got a lot of, Grady says we got a lot of angry letters.
We did.
Last week
Tons of
because
angry letters
we
poured
put
in.
the Sauvignon Blanc and the Axina on sale. So the sale deal is if you were a local for a pickup, you get a baker's dozen, so you get a bottle free on top of your wine club discount. Or if you were a shipper, we will do, what is it?
Waive
the shipping. Yeah.
Penny shipping. I put the penny in there.
Whatever is
Yeah.
legal.
Whatever the legal people tell us we have to do.
Yeah, because I think it's illegal to ship free. But
It is,
anyway,
you can't do that.
basically free shipping.
free.
So that deal is continuing, and we've decided to add on the Albarino.
So you
to
need a
that.
case of Albarino right now.
Or not the Albarino. Yes, the Albarino.
Yes, the
And then,
Albarino.
with all that, we started thinking about, okay, what's happening next? What's going on with our food? I was talking with Jim and the gang with our left bank, and we're going to be focusing on squash this next month because we are heading into fall. I know that it's still really warm, and that's why I'm doing the now Albarino, the Axina, and the Sauvignon Blanc sale, because most of the country is still incredibly hot, and we're having a nice late summer. So that's why we're running deals on that. But it is time to start thinking about fall and what wines are going to go great with that.
Right.
So the Albarino needs to be in the mix.
Totally.
And we're going to be doing all sorts of fun squash pairings. Actually, next week,
That's kind of
we're going to
exciting.
do, tentatively, we're going to be doing some butternut squash with habanero, basically stealing Domenica's recipe from the Catellias that she does every fall, which goes absolutely fantastic with my skins, which is here and it's open. We'll talk about that later.
Yes, we will.
But it also is going to go great with our Viognier, any of the mid-weight wines that are a little bit richer, and so those richer wines can work their way into the fall, so you don't have to be having red wines all the
I
time.
like that. And if you want something right in the smack dab middle, what about that rosé? Are we going to do the same thing for the rosé too? The Freddie Grenache rosé?
Well, that does. The cats are just flying out of the bag. What else are we excited with? I was going to say.
We got so much. We're going to be in the food for so long tonight. I thought let's just let it out. And people who get in late, they don't get the deal.
The reason why that's like at the end of our cue cards is because we were going to bring that in later.
Oh,
All
is
right,
that
fine.
what we're
Here we go. We're just going to go we're going to do the first 10 minutes. Deals, sales. All right. So,
Yes, order now. One operator
the
is standing by.
Freddie Grenache rosé, as you know, my fuller-bodied big rosés are great for the fall. Great for Thanksgiving. So,
Killer.
God, I know we're already thinking about Thanksgiving.
But
It's time to start thinking about it. If we're all locked down, we might as well start thinking about what kind of foods we're going to be cooking and what kind of wines we're going to be having. So now is a great time to order up and save for Thanksgiving.
Hi, Fred.
It's not even. Anyway. It's fine.
It is. It's October. Let's just call it. It's Halloween time. Yes. We're almost there.
Did we decide that Danny was going as Joe Exotic or Carol Baskin for Halloween? Is that what we were talking about?
Wow, whacked him, killed him.
We said you should be Carol
You're gonna be
Baskin.
Carol
Oh, I'm Carol Baskin.
Brad, you'd make a
Actually,
fantastic Carol Baskin.
My build is a little closer to Carol's. She was built for jumping ditches, not necessarily
my
ballet.
Lord.
So, yeah, maybe I'll have to be Carol. I'm going to shave.
So then you go to Dancing with the
I know.
Stars.
Actually, Danny wants me to Carol because I think he wants to whack me.
Whack him.
But
Man.
so
As long as
it is, if we're all locked down, we've got nothing else to look forward to. I guess that Halloween is the only thing that
It's the only
is going to
thing
try to
that's keeping
save
going.
our sanity.
Candy.
As much as cooking is. But gosh darn it. Anyway, well, actually, let's talk about the rosé.
Yes, let's. It's so yummy right
Gosh
now.
darn it, Albarino. Come on.
I know.
That Albarino, those pears in the Albarino are just amazing.
Stunning.
And then that fantastic minerality is just so good. There's no other wine that has that kind of minerality and intense pear running through it. That's just why I love the Albarino as a midweight bodied wine. What year is this one, Grady?
18, sir.
Yeah, I know. What year are we in?
2020, I think.
Yeah, it takes a long time for my bold rosés to come around because I basically make them like a red.
Yeah.
And so they're these wonderful little light reds. So this is my Grenache. So this is Grenache, absolutely fantastic, wonderful spicy grape. And the way I made this one, it just came out as just a cranberry extravaganza with a ton of pomegranate. So you get that wonderful tart cranberry, you get that wonderful pomegranate in there. Jim likes to bust my chops and call this a Beaujolais, basically a light red that you would chill down.
Sure.
Totally with it, except it takes me almost 2 years
To get it
to
to
make
this
this,
point.
where a Beaujolais only takes about 4 months to make. But he's right. This is like a Gamay. It's like a wonderful light red wine. Honestly, it's taken this long to develop itself. It was very intense
It was
for its
super
first few
intense.
months. I think we showed it at the last blending party,
Yeah.
and it was just a fully strictly food wine. Now all those flavors have come together where you can drink it on its own,
Yeah.
and that acid has relaxed a little bit because I don't put sugar in my wine. If I'd have put sugar in this, it would have been
Right.
great a year ago, but then it would be flabby and uninteresting now. So
Yeah.
you know, gotta do it.
So it's there. What are you getting on the back end now? Because it started out so bold that the cranberry was very overwhelming up the front.
To me, I get a wonderful pomegranate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something lighter than a pomegranate.
You get some raspberry action bouncing around the
Yeah,
back
I
of
would
the
give it
palate.
some. I would give it some nice ripe raspberry. So where it used to be tart cranberry and tart pomegranate,
Sure.
now we're getting some more of those riper flavors.
riper
and all
flavors.
that is it's the acid is now relaxing and allowing those richer flavors to come out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
I know. And here's the
Dude.
crazy thing. We only have a few cases left of this. We're definitely under 20. I didn't do the count.
Oh, crap.
But we are definitely coming to the end of this, and especially with this wine for Thanksgiving and the fall.
Perfect.
For those of you that are, for our wonderful warmness that we're still getting right now, great wine to be sitting on the patio.
Yep.
Even though it's hot during the day, the nights are cooling off quite nicely.
Nice,
Sorry,
yeah.
Arizona, Texas. I know it's not quite there yet. You're going to be a few months away, but
Maybe a couple months.
wonderful
for you guys
wine
this
for the
year.
fall. Great wine for Thanksgiving. We are gonna hold 3 or 4 cases back out of that, so maybe we only have 10 cases to sell right now, because I do want to have a few cases left for those people that forgot to order their wine
Yes.
for Thanksgiving. So we'll probably release those a week or 2 before Thanksgiving, but about 10
Nice.
cases left of that.
Because a few we have to hold back for people who have not picked up their wine club yet. So we got to make sure everybody gets this delicious Grenache Rosé.
That is true. Well, hopefully they've picked up their wine club, because last time this was in the wine club was,
Only 2 times ago. Can you believe it?
well, 2 times 3. So 8 months
Actually,
ago.
no, it was in the previous club.
What?
Yes.
We put this in the previous club too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
that's
in the last
right. We
one.
were
Yeah.
finishing
we
up.
kinda
Holy
slid it
cow.
in
Well,
there.
you might already have it. Great. If you've got
So
it,
maybe
hang
you
on
got
to it
it.
for Thanksgiving. Usually it goes in the club
It
once
does.
at the very beginning.
And it's gone.
Yep.
But because we held on to it for
Well,
a bit
and we
longer.
also made a lot more
A
of this
little
one
more.
as well. Okay, no.
Super
Never mind.
excited.
Back. We'll go backwards.
All right, so I gotta save a few for you who have not picked up, but you guys, everybody else should order up, because once it's in the back room, I can't just sell it to you.
Grady's on point. He must not have been tasting since 8 this morning. Way to
This
go. Way
first
to-
time in
way
a
to do
year.
it. No, you got it
No,
completely.
today I
That's
was on the
excellent.
computer. I was like on it today. I was like awake and not drinking until the afternoon.
Wow.
So we had some nice people. We had some nice
We
wine club
did.
members
We
come up
did have a
today.
couple
Oh my
folks
god,
swing in.
super duper
Very
fun.
nice.
Great times.
Some rejoiners.
Yes,
actually.
some rejoiners. Some people who had to bust out, but
They
now
were
they're back.
doing some stuff, and then now they're back. This is excellent.
It is excellent. Life is so good.
Very nice.
We'll take those little victories at this
Awesome.
point.
Hey, Danny, are you hungry yet?
No, but I'm sure you are.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. No problem.
Are we gonna just
Danny's
jump
gonna
straight into the crazy story
Danny's gonna get things pleated up for us. That'll be
Oh,
fantastic.
bonus.
And we'll be doing that. Oh, real quick while he's getting things plated up, we did the pre-sale on the skins, so a lot of you guys got it, and it was in Bottle Shock. I still believe it is
It's
actually
still
still
shocking.
in
Yeah.
Bottle Shock. But what's nice is that I can tell that it's coming out of Bottle Shock. So the reason why I wanted to taste it today is because we are getting into fall,
Yeah.
and this is always my go-to with a butternut squash soup,
Absolutely.
especially with a little curry and a little habanero.
Yeah.
It stands up to that so nicely. So the skins
sir.
now is this one was a difficult one for me. I had to make it twice this year, and I'm glad I did because I think I made it better. And instead of just being a giant apricot bomb, it brought in a lot of pineapple as well. And now you can, we're just last week, or a week and a half ago when I was tasting it with Jim on his show, there was no nose, no middle, no finish. Right now the nose is starting to come up. What do you think?
So for people who don't understand the whole wine thing, what do you mean you had to make it twice? What did you have to do to kind
Oh,
of...
the first one was terrible. I was like, oh my God, that wine sucks. It has no flavor. It's not any good.
That
I
has
gotta do it.
never happened.
That happened. The wine I thought was uninteresting. I don't know what exactly went wrong, but it was not the wine that I expected to make.
Right.
For those of you that have had the skins before, you know that I tell the story that when I make the skins, and my little white barrels, maybe 4 or 5 of them, are in a giant room with many, many red barrels. Usually when you go into a winery during harvest, all you can smell is fermenting red wine. All you could smell at my winery, even though red wines were fermenting there, were apricots, because this wine just exploded with apricot flavor profile all over the place. You'd open that bin up and it would just be an apricot explosion. The wine was a fully apricot wine all the way through. My first go at it this year ended up being a wine that tasted like unripened pineapple and had aromatics of an unripened pineapple. So it was very linear, very uninteresting, and I felt was quite sad. So what you do is you try again. And so I went and got some more Wente clone grapes, and I did it again. And my second one acted a little more like the ones I'd made previously, where it had some apricots, but not the intense apricots, but it had a more complex flavor. So I was really kind of excited about that and was happy. Unbeknownst to me, the first wine that I made was actually fantastic, although very young, didn't taste that way. That wine ended up being amazing. Danny, all right, remind me to get back to the amazing
that's
part.
fast. That
Come
is so
on down.
fascinating.
Okay,
I love
hi
all
everybody.
these
How's
fun
everybody
wine things.
doing?
Hello,
All right,
Danny.
we have stroganoff with
What?
tons of awesome mushrooms. We have cremini. We got some oysters. We
Yeah.
got the
Gnocchi.
gnocchi mushrooms. No, not
And
gnocchi.
shiitakes,
Yes.
right?
And
Enoki.
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 Great, great. Look at these beautiful
There we
mushrooms.
go,
Oh
and we
my
have
God.
the
Actually, I just wanna show
egg
these.
butter noodles for
Yeah.
gravy.
This
and
is
the
really
bread.
important because you couldn't see this last night at Jim's because they didn't have any close-ups or anything.
Right.
Look how fantastic that is.
Wow.
These giant egg noodles that Danny,
Wow.
I'm sure, mixed up a bunch of butter.
Cooked to perfection with butter,
Butter,
and
salt, and pepper. So that adds a whole other complexity to the thing. The noodle, to me, is absolutely as important as the beef stroganoff. But like he was saying, we made it the mushroom beef stroganoff.
Yep.
So we went to Oliver's and just picked out all the
the
most
good stuff.
fantastic
Yes.
mushrooms that we could do. Just trying to get, what I was really trying to do was get it to be as earthy as possible. Because I was pairing it up with my Cabernet Franc.
Right.
So I just wanted to get the earthy mushroom flavor on top of each other. And then we used a really meaty flavored meat, which would be a filet. And because it just has a nice rich meat character, so it's nice in the background. Could have left it out, honestly, because the mushrooms ended up being absolutely
But we used some really good
fantastic.
filet, so
But
the
it
meat's
was
really good.
It was tender and fantastic.
And
so,
what are you
Huge
pairing with
chunks
this?
of garlic
we're
going
gonna pair
on
the
there.
father with it. You
The
wanna grab a glass?
father. No, I'm okay, but
Oh,
you
that's
got
right.
yours, all right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just when he started preparing it over there a minute ago, it was just aromatics of mushrooms and earth, and that nice earthiness really paired great with my 2013 father. But today I want to see if it pairs great with my 2016. So that
He's young.
little more fruity,
Brighter.
younger father.
Yeah.
We want to kind of see what that's going to be.
I'm excited. I've got a feeling this young father, because it's coming out the gate pretty gosh darn strong. It's really delish.
And then we're going to have another surprise pairing too. We've got a fun wine, but I want to start with the father. So we've got those intense cherries.
Very
earth,
intense.
Some nice flavors in there. Oh man.
God, there's so much rich,
even
dark
the
fruit.
nose is just really full of structure. And that's what I love about Cabernet Franc. Okay, you're fine. Let's see what's going on there. Some nice Tootsie Roll, some darker chocolate flavors all running through there.
Oh yeah.
And then, man, we've got this crazy, I mean, just mushroom, absolute mushroom festival.
It is a mushroom extravaganza.
Oh, look at these are giant oysters.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Man.
I would say that's like crack.
Actually, very
That may be better
complimentary.
than crack.
Actually, very, very complimentary. And the reason why I say so that it's a younger wine, so it has a little higher acid, a little more intense oak regimen. You know, not oaky like Napa. Oak like it's supposed to. There's a nice nuddle, nice subtle nuance in the background. But what's nice is that all that rich, creamy fattiness is on your tongue. This kind of comes along nicely and pulls that off. Wow.
The mushroom, by the
That is
whatever your
great.
sauce, whatever sauce you created with this, is completely insane.
It's a saucy mushroom.
It is so rich, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like creamy and covering your tongue with
You gotta,
too much.
well, there's a trick. You can use sour cream, but you shouldn't. You want to know why? Because you should make your own. So what you want to do is you want to make your own creme fraiche. Oh my God, it's so hard. Holy cow. So what you got to do, this is it. No kidding. Super simple. And if you don't do it, you're crazy, especially if you like food. You go to your good high-end grocer and you get a non-pasteurized cultured buttermilk. And then you get, I like getting heavy whipping cream. You can get light whipping cream and make it really sad and not interesting. But get the heavy, might as well make it as creamy as possible. And it literally is a tablespoon or two to like a 500 milliliters of the whipping cream. I'm sure I've done this recipe. It's on one of my recipes somewhere. You shake it up, stir it, put a lid on it. Put it in a space that's about 72 degrees. Sometimes it could be your oven because you can kind of monitor that. And if it's a little cold, you can turn on the light. If it's not, you can put it in there. Let it sit there for 24 hours. Give it one last little stir. Put it in the refrigerator and 24 hours after that. So in 48 hours, you can have your own homemade sour cream. And it tastes a million times better than actual sour cream.
Well,
Especially for
tastes
dishes
a
like
million
this.
times
The really cool thing about that is it will not curdle if you put it into a hot dish. So when you're stirring in sour cream, typically you would have to take all of your meat sauce and put it off the side, cool it down, stir sour cream in, then bring it back up to temperature. With your homemade stuff, it will not curdle. Anyway, gosh darn it.
Cool.
This is so good. All right.
Cool things.
2 days in a row with this, my heart might stop. But so good. Wow. Meaty, rich, mushrooms, festival.
Damn.
Did you say we have a recipe for this available somewhere?
The recipe is available. Technically, probably not on our website because we're losers. But I do know it's available if you go to Jim Ricard's. So you got to go to my competitor, Jim Ricard's Facebook page, and then this recipe.
But eventually, sometime within the year, maybe next year, it will be up on our website because we have a new page coming.
Sounds like smoke and mirrors and broken dreams and tears to me. I'm sure that's not going to happen, but we can pretend it will.
It will happen eventually. I promise.
Wait a minute, what was that, Brad? What was that really cool bottle you just had?
What is that little bottle?
Wow.
That does not look like the 500 that I am used to.
Look at that, that's the new 500.
Sexy.
Oops, sorry.
Sexy.
I learned my they're my terms. All right, this is the new 500 milliliter. Same wine that's going in there. There's the
Like
1,000.
the big guy.
Yep.
But look how cute.
It's so
Look how
cute,
perfect
so
that
awesome.
500 is.
So if you've got, actually, a lot of you are going to be getting these new bottles if you've joined in on the level 1 for the blending
Yes,
party.
yes.
If not, you're going to get the 1,000 on the level 2. But we do have the replacement for the little mini jug. I know it's terrible, but I've actually had a lot of people saying this is even more cute than the
It's
old mini
super
jug.
cute.
And since it matches our maxi jug,
It kind of
sort of makes sense.
Perfect.
And Anna was like, Brad, does that pair with the beef stroganoff? Do you think so? Do you think so? I'm like, I don't know, Anna. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. I said, I might. I accidentally threw a barrel of reserve Cabernet into this blend.
I have a feeling it's going to be stunning.
This has got a more bright cherry, a little bit of earth, some nice.
Father's a little more subtle. Father's definitely a little deeper.
Subtle in an intense way. Yeah, I don't know. The father's subtle.
I think, well, in a powerful way. But again, a lot of times people think that powerful wines
subtle. I like
have
that.
to rip your tongue out. This wine is
Powerfully
powerful, but it doesn't tear your tongue out of your mouth. I think it works. Could it be an
This is
oxymoron?
delicious.
Let's talk about the jug.
It's delicious, by the way. I just had a bite of that delicious filet. It is stunning. Wow. Wow, dude.
Man, so good.
I've heard that people in the Midwest
Sorry,
make
guys.
an okay stroganoff, but this is better than any Midwestern stroganoff I've ever had. And that's no slight to you, Grandmother Edith, but this is pretty amazing.
Are you talking about people in the upper Northwest?
Mm-hmm.
Or upper Midwest?
I'm talking about Minnesotan people.
All right. Grady's
We're
throwing
throwing
it
it
down.
down. We are throwing it down right now.
No.
Damn, dude. This is
One.
the best, hands down, stroganoff I have ever had. And I've had 5 or 6 in my life. This is amazing.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and keep eating because this is that good. Holy mackerel!
Really?
I
Look at these beautiful
I
guys.
apologize. Usually I take a bite or two and then get back into things. And those of you that are waiting with bated breath to find out what I was talking about with the skins earlier,
Oh yeah, go back to that.
I'm gonna get back to it. Just not now.
Grady, what do you think was the better pairing between the father and the jug?
For those of you that couldn't hear, which is the better pairing? Is the father or the jug?
And I'll take a little.
I'm not sliding the jug in any way, shape, or form. The jug
Thank
is
you.
spectacular, but the father has that subtle powerfulness.
Well, the reason why I chose the father for yesterday's pairing and today's pairing is because I knew that the mushrooms and that really meaty mushroom flavor component was going to go great with it because it does. When you're taking that nice earthy component and then blending it with those nice cherries, you need enough tannin and structure to remove the fat off your tongue so that your next
Right.
bite actually is enjoyable.
Right.
I knew that was the right pairing, and it absolutely was. The 13 actually is more fantastic than the 16. Will the 16 be great in 3 or 4 years? Probably.
Oh, yes.
Are as good as the 13, 3 or 4 years. Get that more earthy notes as the wine starts to age and the tannins go down and the moon comes up. Then long ago somebody left with the cup. But it does make a difference. The age, the fruitiness. The reason why I didn't choose the 16 for yesterday was because I thought that the more earthy flavors in the Cabernet Franc were going to be accentuated by the mushrooms than they were.
Yeah.
And right now, this one's not as earthy as the 13, but because there's so much earth in the stroganoff, it's bringing those out too. And Freddie was saying,
Freddie was
"You want
thinking.
some stroganoff,
Freddie
Fred?
thinks he wants some of the fun meat out of the straw. Come here,
Come
Mr.
on, handsome.
Fred.
Come on. Up.
What do I have here, Mr. Fred? What is this? Oh,
There it
boy.
is. All right.
What a lucky dog.
He was like, I was sharking for some snacks.
That's
Papa.
right. Well, I was giving him some charcuterie earlier, but now he's all good. He's all set with the yummy stuff. Oh, Fred.
And forgive me, I know I usually only take 2 or 3 bites, but this one,
But Brad, you crushed it.
God damn.
And Danny. Thank you, Danny, for making this. This is so good.
Man,
This is so good.
it's a great.
There's
Here's
so
the deal.
much happening.
Especially since we were talking about getting into fall.
Yep.
This is one of those heartier, richer dishes. Yes, classic 1970s. But Mama Judy just today was telling me after I made this for her a couple of weeks ago when I zipped up into Oregon. Hi, Mom. Gosh, I hope your well's still working. Got it fixed.
She's got a new
looking
computer
good.
today, so
Got
we
a new
should be.
computer. Actually, I told her
killing
that
it.
you aren't so busy on Sunday that you'll be helping her.
I helped her this morning.
And she'll need some more on Sunday.
Yeah, I got it all working. It's all happening.
But
Hi, Mom.
she's like, oh, I can make some stroganoff and I can get some canned mushrooms out of the
You're like canned mushrooms.
pantry.
No, do not use your canned mushrooms.
And I was
out
like,
of the can.
Mom.
I mean, you could, and it would be fine. But these mushrooms are amazing.
Fresh mushrooms are not so hard to get.
Not these days.
But, you know, she is quite a ways from any general
She is.
store.
She's like
Where I
15
guess her
miles out.
her general store out on London Warehouse Road probably carries possum and squirrel.
It does.
And she'd have
You
to
can
go
get
another
as much
5.
fresh
She
squirrel
would
as you want.
she'd have to go another 5 miles to get her some fancy fresh mushrooms. I'm gonna just beg all of my listeners to please use fresh mushrooms when you're making beef stroganoff or any other dish that you might think of, because they are readily available.
They are.
at any
It's
of
not
the
like when
grocery
we were in
stores.
Arizona and there was
And
nothing.
Mom-
And we lived in the middle of deserts and cactus and Gila monsters.
What is this? I love you, Mom.
That's love.
Love you.
That is pure love, Mom.
There it is. But please, please, please buy a fresh
Treat
mushroom
yourself.
next time.
Have a fresh mushroom now and then.
I
It's
know.
so much
It's
fun.
hard being a pioneer woman, but today we can get some fresh mushrooms. All right. Enough about that. Holy cow. Dang it. Guys, if you haven't had beef stroganoff since grade school
I was
and
gonna
your
say,
lunch lady was slopping some
about
stuff on there,
1978
right?
was
It
the
was
last time.
it was a Salisbury steak, then beef stroganoff, and whatever was going
God, I
on
do
with your
miss those
chocolate milk.
Salisbury steaks, though.
I would go back for Salisbury steak every day. And that pizza's kind
It's
of
like
in
crack.
All right.
And the meat is perfectly done.
Wow.
Everything is spectacular. As
Yeah.
usual.
Actually, Anna, do you have any comments about the stroganoff? This is the first time she's had it.
I thought that was delicious. I didn't have noodles, but I thought it was really, really great. I loved the selection of mushrooms that you used.
Thank you.
I thought the sauce wasn't too rich, but
See,
it
that's
had
the
enough
thing.
flavor that
The sauce is perfect.
But I didn't
That's
try
what's
it with the
amazing.
father. I only tried it with the jug wine, and I thought the jug wine was a little too bright for it. It made me want your Pinot.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Awesome. But do a wine shot of the jug wine and then try it with the father. And like I was saying just a second ago, the 13 father I think is the perfect pairing. This one's right there with it.
Right there in there.
But it's the brightness. And so
Yeah.
I'll let her take a couple bites. We'll come back to her while she's doing that. I was somewhere in the middle of describing the skins and being a fantastic fantastic wine for the fall. It's full bodied. It's kind of made like a red wine, so it has tannins. It's great coming out of bottle
And you've
shop.
done it twice because the first
Oh,
one
they're doing
didn't
it twice.
Yeah, the first one didn't quite make you happy. If Brad's
Not
happy,
not
I'm
off the
happy.
press. It was linear, and I didn't think there was going to be anything exciting happening. I was wrong, by the way. The wine came around fantastically
Nice.
and absolutely was delicious, but it did not act like the other times I'd made the wine,
Right.
so I had to do it again at great expense. But that's okay
Everything
because
costs
it's important. It's like I always say, I'm not going to give you a wine.
He's
that I
not
don't
going to
like.
give you a wine that he's not happy.
And so many people were yelling at me, and I had told so many people I was doing it this
Right,
year
right.
that I could not do it and say, oh, it didn't work, and I sold the juice off to somebody else. So made another one. It was very good. Not as good as the other ones, but I thought, okay, well, we improved much better than the other. But then here's the magic of aging, and here's the magic of having things come together. Gosh dang it, both of those wines in the next couple of months got better and better and better. They just weren't as expressive up front. And it just had to do with the vintage
Sure.
and how things went. That is okay. And then 6 months in, both wines were absolutely fantastic. And then at 8 months in, I was like, I wonder if I put these two wines together, how fantastic will they be? And then
Wow.
so I
Wow.
did put them together, and they were great. And I thought, wow, I think this is really good. Instead of making two separate wines, I think I can put these two guys together and make something even better. And I did. We still have some left over, so it wasn't an equal blend, but the blend that I put together was absolutely fantastic. And it's really expressing some wonderful things. And so it's going to give you hints of the wines I'd made previously,
Sure.
but it also gives you some hints to the future because this wine it's too early to tell. But this wine probably will be the best white wine that I've produced on the skins ever.
That isn't.
And you know, I'm
Big-
saying, and all
that
of you
is a
guys that
big
know
fact.
my skins, the reason why is because it's going to be more complex. You've got some of that unripened pineapple mixed in with some of those apricots, and then you've got some other flavors. And so for me, the reason why it's going to be a better wine than I've made before is because we are going to be adding in a lot more layers of complexity and flavor, and it's coming. So for those of you that got it on the pre-sale, I begged you not to taste it. I have tasted it now, and it is good, but it's still based on last week it was dead. This week it's getting better.
It's getting better.
Next week, if you could please hold on at least one more week before you try it, I would, because you're going to get a much more exciting wine. But as of right now, for those of you that know my last wine, yeah.
Is it interesting with the
It's
different
hot.
with the fat on your palate?
Yeah, the fat on the palate. Well, it's a red wine.
Wow.
It's a white wine. It's a white wine, but it actually has red wine character to it because it has tannins and structure because of all those skins. And now that I've had this rich dish, it's even tasting better.
Nice. I'm gonna put a little.
And I thought it was about halfway there. Oh my gosh, Anna.
So it needs a little bit of a.
Actually, here's the thing. But it'll be perfect.
It's so good. I need
in
a
it.
clean glass.
That's why.
Okay.
I couldn't put it on top of the red.
I'm
And
gonna
since
tell
you've
you, I
had,
liked this. I liked this better. You know.
Holy smokes!
that is really good. But now,
The
okay.
apricots explode after having a little bit of that sauce on your palate. What?
Explosive apricots.
Wow.
That's a hell of a movie. It is.
Snakes on a plane, explosive apricots. What do
It
you want?
is. Man, it's really coming around. Plus, it's warming up. This is one of those wines that I don't like ice
Right.
cold because it's like a red. It needs a little more
It
warm.
does.
I don't want it warm, but I don't want it cold. It needs to be one of those wines that opens up and expresses. And
I'm gonna say it's the cream. Is there butter in that sauce? Is there
Oh, yeah.
That
possibly like a
richness-
pound of butter.
The richness of that sauce with this skins is
Changes the character
Delicious.
completely.
it's
Kinda brings
just
it out
right.
of-
It makes
brings it out of its skin.
Oh my god.
It brings it out of its
It's-
skins. It's right.
You know what? Sometimes you gotta get out of your own head. You gotta
All right.
do something different.
If you have the skins and you can't wait another week to let it be completely
Go
perfect,
to the Jim Ricard's
Here's- no.
Facebook or make some
Oh, yeah,
stroganoff.
make the stroganoff and then have it with stroganoff because honest, I'm gonna.
It's a whole different animal.
Okay.
Brad, when we had it before, it was good.
I know.
But now it is an entirely different animal. And it's stunning.
Grady is because of science.
Science! I got blinded with it.
Okay, I've never had a skins and stroganoff pairing before.
But I'll tell you what, normally you would pair this with your butternut squash soup, the things we're doing next week. But God bless America, this is stunning. Stunning.
The stroganoff helps the skins, but skins does not help the stroganoff. But anyway, that's my personal opinion. Man, with all that delicious fat on my tongue,
I would eat
it was.
I
hot.
would drink it.
Yeah, it's not right.
yeah.
I gotta tell the truth to these folks.
But you know, there's
mean
nothing
personally?
wrong with that.
Nope.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's delicious.
Wow, absolutely fantastic.
Killer. Totally killer.
Holy smokes! Get this thing away from me before I eat it. Nah, maybe I should keep it.
No,
All right,
you
get it away.
should just eat it.
Danny, come on up and get
Just
some.
enjoy it.
Come on, get some screen time, D. What's up?
Screen time.
How are you doing?
Good.
I'm
Oh,
Just
Really?
don't throw that anywhere.
just go ahead and.
I'm gonna put that over there, but I will be eating that after the show. That is so good.
That's fine. I'm going to be eating this.
Right
the rest
now.
of Brad's right now. So.
Perfect.
Sad. I'm not gonna get any more, but I ate so much yesterday. Oh my god, I ate so much yesterday.
Dude, you've had more egg noodles than you've had in a year. Maybe 2 years.
So good.
Oh my god. So, Brad, what have you been harvesting? What are you up to?
I don't know. But what I do know is my chair's not around for me to sit down and get
Oh, are we
ready
gonna
to
get
sit.
serious?
Yeah, let's go get him.
All right, let's get serious. All right, here we go.
Hey, Danny, can you bring a chair over real quick for me? I'd sure appreciate
Oh, is
that.
it serious time?
It's serious time.
We're getting serious.
And we're not even prepared for serious time.
No, I didn't think we were going to be serious today. I thought we were going to just be footloose and
All fun,
fancy
all
free.
fun and games.
Oh, a
Your
chair.
throne, sir.
Thank you so much. I sure appreciate that. Holy cow! Well, if we're going to be talking about all these things, we really need to. It's no joke. I mean, we're harvesting billions and billions and billions of dollars in grapes. Hey, Carrie, I saw your text, but I'm busy right now. We're harvesting billions of dollars in grapes right now, and there is a massive panic. There's a bunch of people who have these titles in front of their name, but have never made a bottle of wine in their life. Proclaiming that this could be a bad year, or oh, there's smoke, so it couldn't be good, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. Here's the deal. Every grape that I have brought in this year has been absolutely fantastic. Smells great, tastes great. Zero representation of any smoke or smoke taint. And this is what I want to tell the folks that are running around with literally their hair on fire, that don't live here, that have never made wine before in their life, telling everybody that this is going to be the worst vintage ever. You are wrong. There are going to be vineyards that are absolutely affected by the smoke.
Sure.
It will be affected. Those grapes will be ruined. They will be so smoky and so smoke tainted, it won't be good. And then there's
The rest of us.
97% of the other grapes out there. Here's the irony. Possibly one of the best vintages that I've had. Yes, I am young. I have not made a lot of vintages. We only started in 2005. I didn't take over fully in 2010 or something like that. So I don't know a lot. But what I do know is that what grapes I've tasted as they're coming off the vine and as I'm processing them in the flavors, these flavors are shocking me. They are stunning. Somehow Mother Nature has created smaller shot berries, and these smaller berries, like Syrah typically could be berries up the size of the tip of my thumb. My
Which was
Syrah
huge,
were
by the
all just baby little teeny berries. They weren't shot berries from a shatter. They were just smaller berries. Mother Nature knew this was going to be a crazy year, and so she didn't produce a lot. And the things that she produced so far for me have been absolutely fantastic. Of course, people are going to be affected by smoke, and some people are going to have smoke taint.
Yes.
The rest of us are not, and all those folks that missed out on this vintage and didn't harvest and canceled all their contracts, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You blew it. The
You
wine
missed
is
something
absolutely
Something very
freaking
special.
fantastic. And I know this because we have harvested Sauvignon Blanc, we've harvested Viognier,
Yeah.
super light grapes. Who's going to be affected the most? Or the
Those
lightest
light
flavored?
whites, right?
Nothing going on in there.
No.
I was hoping some of my grapes had a smoky flavor. 2008, a lot of you guys remember. 2008 was a very
Pinot.
smoky year for me, and I got some
Anderson
Pinot
Valley.
up from Anderson Valley where there was fires all around.
Unbelievable.
It smelled like a forest fire when I was pressing it.
Yeah.
It had a little smoky barbecue on the finish, but it made that wine spectacular.
Stunning.
So, you know
And
me,
it held in there.
I love the vintage, and don't get me wrong, I could have saved my money and not harvested anything and screwed all my growers that I purchased grapes from, but I didn't, so I was taking a huge risk. So it's not like I'm proclaiming that I was so clever and there was no risk for me. If these grapes were ruined and the wine didn't taste good, just like the other wine, I was going to have to redo it or just not do it at all. So I took a huge risk, but I think that the risk is paying off, and I am just letting you know that I'm very excited. The nice thing about this is that you're not going to probably enjoy any of these wines for 2 to 2.5 years.
So, by then you'll
But
have
they are-
forgotten everything about this.
They are all the reds anyway, but no, we will have the whites out next year. We'll have the rosé out next year, but any of the big reds is it. And the only thing that I've actually got any concern of is Grenache is a late ripening grape, and it was my Grenache vineyard was a little closer to the fires, and there may be some smoke taint there, but I'm still taking that fruit because I think Grenache is a bright fruit. It's intense and it's got some spicy character. And I'm thinking that if I want it to have a little smoke taint. I want it to have a little smoke of toast and earthiness behind it, and I certainly hope I do. But we will find out tomorrow. They're going to do one more test. It was at 24 bricks of sugar. One of our indicators of when to pick. Sugar's not the only indicator. There's lots of things, flavor, structure, acid, all of those things. But sugar tells you when it's getting close to start thinking about it. So last week he was at 24. I'm hoping for 25 bricks of sugar. And so actually tomorrow we're going to know if we're going to, or when we're going to harvest the Grenache. Most likely it's going to come in sometime mid next week. And then for all of my Mourvedre fans out there, my Mourvedre always comes in last. And that's going to be coming in hopefully at the end of next week. But again, the grape's going to tell us when. It might be a week or so after, but the Mourvedre is shaping up to look really good. And that actually was not near any smoke at all, so it's not going to have any smoke taint. But we, I think a lot of you guys saw that we had the Cabernet going. We harvested that on my birthday. We got the Syrah happening. The Malbec, my Malbec came in today.
Oh boy.
Absolutely delicious, tasting fantastic as well. So those are all the great things that are happening in the winery right now. And I just got to tell you, this is a vintage for the ages. No one's going to forget it. Maybe no one's going to want it.
We may not be here
maybe,
to enjoy it.
No, here's
God
the
only
deal.
knows
Maybe in
what's
four
gonna happen
years, if you say 2020, you might get punched in the
That's
nose.
right.
I don't remember 2020. Bam.
Yeah,
Though, but it's seriously, things are going fantastic for those of us that are harvesting out here this year, and it's just amazing. So I'm very excited about that. But now let's talk about. Gosh, we haven't even mentioned the blending party hardly
we
at all.
haven't because we had so many fun things to talk about today.
Yes, we just had our pipettes arrive.
We did. So for people who are blending, you can do like tiny percentages to make sure that your blend is like a Brad blend, where there's only 2.5% of something in there.
Pipettes is one of the things you're going to get. So this is just where you're going to be able to get a little bit of wine and then add it to your graduated cylinder. So here's 100 milliliters. So typically if you're making a blend, okay, I want to put in, let's say 15% or 15. So we'll put 15 in there. That's that one there. So we're pouring, look, we got 15%. But then someone crazy says, oh my gosh, I want to just put in 1% of something. So you can stick this into your wine. You can bring it up. Oh, look, it looks like I've got 9% there, so I can squeeze it out a little bit.
Nice.
I'll bring it down. Oh, no, you know what? I think that I need to put 3%. So there's 3 milliliters in there. And I go, squish. And then now you can be much more precise in your blending. We've never given you these before because it is very hard for us to create these blends quickly. Here's the deal. We got to put 100 blends together in just about 15 or 20 minutes. And so putting in 1 or 0.5% is very hard. Now, because we're going to have a little more time, we're going to let you guys blend down to 0.5%, 1%. Anna has another
Quick
question.
Taste it. See how good your 1%
Nico and Audra just got back from their trip, and he's getting caught up, and he has not signed up for the blending party yet.
Oh my
So
God,
for those
Nico!
people-
we have no
gotta
more
sign
room.
up.
No, we have no more room. It's
So-
sold out.
Sold out. Sorry, brother.
For the people that need to go, they can go to the website.
Yes.
They can go.
Oh, they don't have the promo code. All right, here's
Go straight
Actually,
to.
Tell me you were kidding.
I know I'm not. Okay, I'm not technological, but this is what I would do because I'm not. I would go to our last email that we sent you because it has what?
The link.
In a
promo.
promo code. So you cannot sign up
The
without a promo code.
exclusive code.
Yes, because if you're not a wine club member, you can't sign up.
And
And if you sign up
don't
as
do
a
it.
non-wine club member, I am going to take 75% of your money as a restocking fee and give you 25% back. But what I would do is I would look for the Last Mercury email to you because
Or-
that's going to have the link and the promo code.
It does have the promo code. It's got the promo code.
And just, we don't need to complicate it more unless you want to just tell, were you going to say the promo code?
Yes.
No, I was.
All right.
I was.
Hashtag Blue Squirrel 2942. Or
Or actually go to Blending Party at the website. It'll take you to the blending site, and there's a click, and you click on the website, and it goes to a special promo secret code, and the actual secret code is Let's Party 2020.
Can you spell that for them?
LETSPARTY 2020. Let's Party 2020 is your secret code. But if you give it to somebody and they sign up and they're not a wine club member, Brad will take their money and give them a quarter back.
There it is. So glad you made it home from your travels. I hope your family is well.
they're
And
feeling good.
thank
They're
you
safe.
for driving all the way across the country and not exposing yourself to all the random bugs
Pretty awesome.
during your travels.
Yes.
So glad you guys are home.
And we're about to send you an email,
catching up.
Nico and Andres, so we have
yeah.
things to ask you.
So for all of our folks that, all of our all-stars, so we're going to be needing some celebrity judges.
We do.
And we are going to be asking some of our local folks that have won before, because obviously they have amazing palates and create a great wine. So
Obviously.
Nico and Andre, if you guys are interested, we would love to invite you out for one of our judging days, and you guys
Super
can help
fun.
me taste through some of these wines.
Yeah.
That goes Eric and Debbie Woolman. I know you guys are the first people that signed up for our blending party. If there was a day you would like to come and help me
Yes.
judge, because obviously you guys are amazing and have great palates.
Well, you're busy.
Since
We understand.
you guys won the very first blending party
Wow.
ever,
Wow.
you will be involved in, I would love you guys to swing up for a day or 7
Yes.
and help me do some blending judging. That would be great.
Scarbozios, Lilies,
Oh, what about Ian? How's Ian doing out
Myers,
there? He's
Brave.
local. I don't know.
Yes.
Brian and Aaron.
You're feeling brave.
So I'll be reaching out to you guys this week because not this week because it's over. I'll be reaching out to you guys next
this
week.
coming
We're,
week, yes.
we're only going to be harvesting a few tons this next week, so I do want to reach out to all of you guys personally to see if you can come up and help us make or judge these fantastic blends.
It's gonna be fun.
And here's the best part: yes, you can participate and still judge because you will not know.
Code names.
Everything is going to be blind and coded.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, team names that are coming in, epic. We've got a lot of great team names.
Hilarious,
So thank you guys.
amazing.
I think 2 Poodle 2 might be
I
one,
think
or
we should, next week, we'll compile a list of the current names and just read them off because they are hilarious.
we have got a lot of people
So
that must have a
creative.
lot of time. And of
While we're
course,
talking about
but here's
that,
the deal: they're very creative people. That's why you guys are blenders, because you will be creative with your blend, and you're going to make a fantastic one. And then what, Grady?
for the first few people who signed up, we didn't have the you must put in your team name. So if you
Oh,
signed
have
up
we not
early,
reached out back to them?
I haven't reached out to everybody yet.
So if you're Eric and Debbie,
Yeah, so
we
if you
didn't
signed up early,
we didn't ask you for a team
we
name
didn't.
because
If
you
just
guys
want
were
to
number
be,
one.
You can
Uh,
be Eric and Debbie if you want.
Obviously, perfect. But we
Obviously.
will. Can you put that in your phone
Yes,
to remind us?
yes.
We're going to contact you on Sunday.
My phone is for Facebook.
Maybe Monday?
But as soon as I take the phone off, I will put
we'll
a thing in.
contact you guys to get
Yeah.
your
Just to make sure
team
we
names.
have all your fun team
Because
names.
there are some epic team names.
Epic.
And then for those of you that are just tuning in for the first time ever, yes, this blending party is going to be done in regions, and it's going to be like a classic Sweet 16 Final Four basketball tournament that nobody cares about, but everybody does care about the betting and the competition for it. So we're going to have this beautiful, epic nationwide competition where you're going to be making blends. I'll be judging them. We're going to pick a grand finale winner, and it's going to be just an amazing
Maybe the
amount
best
of fun.
party ever.
It could be. I
Could
mean,
very well be.
I've given people redwood groves and
Yes.
overlooks and mansions,
Essentia House, mansion,
chalk hills and
Squirrel Manor,
backyards,
patios,
patios,
everything. We've done
a
it
lot
all.
of great locations. But this year it's obviously going to be virtual. But
Nationwide.
what's going to make the competition much more exciting? So I can't wait for it. We're just a few weeks away, and it's going to be awesome. We are going to, here's the deal. We are going to give you a preview of the t-shirt that's going to be coming out. We have been promoting this t-shirt for 4 weeks. It is not viewable at this moment, but if it's not viewable tomorrow, we're going to be working on some things and getting it fixed. So the deal is, I know we've been,
We've been
actually, no.
teasing you.
We've been
We
over.
have been
I have
teasing you.
fully oversold the concert T-shirt at this
Oh,
moment.
it's gonna be epic.
We're working on it, and I know you guys have been asking. Can I see at least a sneak peek of the concert T-shirt? It'll be coming very shortly. I promise. That's hell or high water. The other thing that I promised is that you guys got mad at me because the Albarino was not on the sale. So the sale is super simple. You get your club discount as normal. Buy a case of wine, you get your club discount, and if you are going to come and pick it up and save me the shipping, you will get a free bottle of wine. If you are going to have it shipped, you will get free shipping. It is a super simple sale. It used to be the Sauvignon Blanc and the XXVII only, so now it is Sauvignon Blanc, Albarino, XXVII, and of course a very limited supply of the 2018 Grenache.
Shut the front door.
So that's going to be continuing, and then of course if you've got friends and family that love our wines as well, that deal goes to them as well, so they get your discount plus this deal, because it wouldn't be friends and family if we didn't offer all of those great things to do. We got the Grenache Rosé, we've got Super John Hudog. For those of you that didn't know, I've been calling one of my really good friends for 10 years the wrong last name. I apologize deeply again last time. Now I know how it's pronounced, and we will do that. Let me see.
We're running low on Viognier.
Let's talk about the running low. Oh my God. Buy now or miss out. What is this? Is this the Let's Create Panic sale?
Let's create some panic. You're allowed to panic. There is very little Viognier. He only made 45 cases.
It's a heads up. Here's the deal. We're running this special because apparently this summer is just going to go on for a while, and so we want to get these white wines to you while it's still nice. But a lot of my white wines, like the Albarino and the Viognier, are great for the fall as well. Albarino, we're not in danger of running out, but the Viognier, yes we are. The Grenache Rosé, yes we are. So we are going to go ahead, and even though they're close to running out, I never put those guys on sale when they're close to going. Why? Because they're going to sell out anyway. But because of all of the Grady says angry letters that we received, those are going to be.
They were strongly worded emails, but they felt like a letter.
That sounds fantastic. Oh my gosh. Those strongly worded emails. Yes, I will make a stroganoff video, so you can watch me make the most amazing stroganoff. Yes, it's going to go on our website. It's going to be up on our website tomorrow, right? It's going to be on on our website tomorrow, so you don't have to go to my competitor Jim Ricard's website to get my recipe. Although if you do, it's awesome. He's great, folks.
He's cool.
He's honestly one of my best friends on the planet.
But if you want to see the fun video where Brad tells you how to make it without all the rigmarole, that may be next week.
I hope it's a fun video. I haven't made it yet. All right, so
I'm
those things.
guaranteeing it will be a fun video.
It always.
You've never made a boring video. It's not. It just can't happen. Freddie's always in the background.
Way too much pressure.
Things are fun.
Way too much pressure.
Can I just tell you, John Pincus is cracking me up because he's saying he wants to be in chairs and called their team Team Serious.
Team Serious.
Awesome, John. Thank
as long
you.
As you're not Sirius XM, you're in.
No, Sirius XM's awesome.
Oh, they are awesome. They're super fun.
Do you like it better this way? I've seen all those other jokers out there talking about them.
I know, the very serious brand.
I like to be standing most of the time, but when I do sit down, I appreciate it that everybody
takes the moment.
And realize that Brad is going to talk about something truly amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very important.
Because obviously, if you were just standing and goofing off, it would not be as important. But that's a great cue, I think, for people to know.
Oh my God! You know what we should do? Is we should get a Napa, big Napa sign and have it drop down behind me.
And have it blink.
And then I'll put on a bow tie and an attitude. And then I'll be like, oh yes, this is the very important stuff about what's going on. Should I do that, John?
I have a question.
Are the CBDs coming in strong right now?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Danny says wrap it up quick. Brad's off the rails.
Anna's eyes are getting like this. Whoa!
I have a question.
I was being serious.
Hey,
No, you weren't.
so Nico was asking about the rosé because he's interested in ordering some rosé, and he's saying, is it going to be great next spring?
Yes.
God bless America.
Oh my God. Unlike
This thing is
most
a
people's
monster.
rosés that die after about three to 4
Have
minutes.
you noticed the color?
Here's the deal. I've made very extreme rosés. I make them bigger and bolder each year, and I think I might have gone past rosé to light reds. So the real deal is, this wine is just now coming into its stride.
It's an 18. It's a
So
baby.
I hate guessing in the
Obviously.
future where a wine's going to be. I will guarantee you that this wine is going to be spectacular in the spring. So yes, you can feel. I will give you my low mileage level guarantee that if you swing in April and say, "Brad, this rosé fell apart and it's terrible," I will give you your money back. Absolutely, I
But
know.
bring the bottle because we're not going to.
I'm not gonna. I know for a fact this wine's great,
The suckers
especially because I uncovered what was the blend 2 years ago.
Primitivo?
Yes, I uncovered a Primitivo just recently and had it, and that was now
Monster.
3 years old,
Yeah.
and it's just tasting fantastic. So yeah, these rosés are light reds, so it's got some time to go. Great question. I stayed in my serious chair for all that. Is there anything else?
I like your serious chairs. God,
Is there anything else?
Yeah,
to
there
do?
was a question I didn't even understand. There's a comment from Greg Miller.
Oh,
All right,
God.
Greg.
Greg.
A Pavlovian effect regarding cognitive psychology of oniology.
Okay,
Well,
wait a minute. Okay.
obviously, duh.
Wait a minute.
Greg, come
Okay,
on.
all right. We have a lot of professors out there, and I think you are one of my fantastic professor friends. Here's the deal. Yes, Pavlovian is what he was
Right.
saying, and Pavlovian's
We're ringing
dog
that bell for
is
you.
we were
Ding,
ringing a
ding,
dog
ding.
and making people
Ding, ding, ding.
salivate.
Uh-huh.
I think is what
Yes.
I'm going to decode that.
I think you're correct, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I was trying so hard to make that happen.
Did you salivate? That's the question.
I certainly.
Did you start going, oh, God, I need that really delicious rosé. Oh, my God, it's so good.
Alrighty. Well, hey guys, we've gone way past our welcome. We should have left this dinner party 4 to 5 minutes ago.
I have some egg noodles over there that are calling my name.
Again, thank you guys so much. You
Had a
guys
great
know the
time.
deal. Like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Ding, ding,
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Just kidding. I don't care. Whoever's watching is fine. And the only people that are watching that care, that is all that matters.
It's all we care about. Is you
So,
guys.
again, thank you guys so much. And gosh darn it, here we go. We can make it, guys. We're doing great.
We're so
We've got
close.
things to look forward to. The harvest is great. Our new
Amazing.
wines are great.
Yep.
This guy's coming out of shock,
Skin
so you
is
can
coming
start drinking the skins, and it's going to be great
Don't
for the
do it
holidays.
today, but next week.
Next week, we're going to be doing, Danny, guess what? You're doing
What are we doing? I don't know. What are we
spaghetti
doing?
squash.
What?
You said you love spaghetti
Danny,
squash.
Spaghetti squash?
And Anna's gonna make what, Anna? Butternut
Butternut
squash
squash.
soup with some
Oh, boy.
habanero and maybe
I
some
honestly cannot wait.
Creme fraiche.
and some creme fraiche, homemade by BPB, of course. And then after that, hold on to your shorts. Oh my gosh, our food pairings this next couple of weeks are going to be fantastic. So,
'Cause it's
all right,
fall.
that's it. Let's get
It's
out of here.
fall. All right,
these
that's
people,
it.
these people
Wrap
have
it up.
lives.
Go
They've got
off and have
things
a
to do.
life.
Their
Have fun.
their diapers
Thank
need to
you.
be changed. Things
Diapers
need to
be
happen.
changed.
All
Kids need to be
right.
put to bed.
I know.
Thank you, crazy kids.
I'm going back to the skins.
Go back to the skins real quick.
I have to tell you one more funny thing that John
Oh, one more
Hudock
funny thing.
said. He says, that was all over his head. I'm a Marine, so the vocab is over my head. We eat crayons.
You eat crayons and
Purple and blue ones.
and control the most complicated plane to fly on the
Ever.
planet.
Yeah, come on.
Awesome,
I don't
awesome.
believe you did follow that, sir.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh gosh, dang it. All right. Well, at least we're pronouncing your
Oh,
name
John